to have kids one day?
At this point, no, not really. Maybe in the future.
No, we don't have another memory card for this discussion. Now, why do you keep doing this? Why do you keep doing
It's
this?
like blinking.
No. I'm just saying it's just because
This is how long? Like almost 3 hours.
Almost 3 hours. we keep unwrapping different Christmas presents here. Right, so why?
I don't feel like I want
Would you
kids
tell your
because-
childhood affected how you decided to live that way?
Yeah. That way in terms of?
It scares you to bring somebody that you won't give 100% in this world.
It's not because I think I won't give 100%. It's because I feel like because I've taken care of being, there's a whole other topic about being a firstborn daughter.
Mm-hmm.
The eldest daughter, not even firstborn. Because you might not be the firstborn, but like you're the eldest daughter.
Yeah.
It's another whole topic.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it should also be okay for men to start thinking of not wanting to have kids.
I want kids.
Yeah, it's
Why
okay
should
if
it
somebody...
be okay, though?
Because, like, sometimes think, like, because, having a kid, you don't want to bring a child and, like, traumatize them so badly.
Oh, yeah. Okay, in those regards, yeah.
Yeah, and it's not that to mean that there's ever going to be a perfect parent. But, there's levels to trauma.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, if you already know wewe mwenyewe, you've not worked on yourself, you have not done therapy, you've not done self-development work, you're not in tune with your feelings, after you're not able to be a good partner, what
how
business do you
have
have
with a kid,
to have a kid?
But you know why I'm saying that? You should look at maybe what your mom has gone through.
No.
Wait, I haven't finished. And look at such a fine specimen that you've become, regardless of all the child.
But
now you don't even want props now.
No, but you know what? Because I know what I have had to deal with, and
it's
I know
a lot, right?
still what I have to deal with internally as a person. I wouldn't want my child to go through that.
And that means you'll make sure it doesn't happen.
But okay, sure.
I think you're capable of doing like such a good job. You know that, right?
Sure, but like I feel like I also need to live a life because most of my life I've been caretaking. I'm still caretaking.
Yeah.
I deserve to also enjoy me.
Well, for how long do you want to enjoy yourself?
It's okay until I decide, even if it's until I die.
No way.
Yeah.
Okay, but what about getting to old age and maybe, like...
So am I having kids for selfish reasons? Like to have somebody to take care of me?
No, family. No, not in that old age, kabisa. Like, maybe those family reunions.
My sister can have them if she wants. And I'll have friends who have them, hopefully. And if not, I can have family reunions with my partner and like my friends. If I have a partner at that time still, my friends. I'm like my friends' kids. Like it's really, I would rather that than.
So nothing
honestly,
can convince you to have kids right now?
Yeah, right now, no. I'm not at it fully opposed. Maybe when I'm in my 30s.
I think you'll be a good mom.
I think I will too, but it would also, coming from where I am right now, it would exhaust me. It would drain me.
Even content exhausts you, right?
It does, but like that's not a child that I have to take care of 24/7.
True. And especially, I think the first 3 years, just now.
And like,
it's
not 3 years, as long as like umeleta mtoto kwa
it's
hii
still
dunia,
18,
even after they turn 18.
Oh yeah, you still kind of have to deal
Exactly.
with, if they're going through breakups,
Exactly.
relationships, or
Exactly.
something has happened.
Exactly.
Homework kwanza. Katika homework, it's daily. Mom, how do we solve this? Mom.
Exactly. And I think it's okay if people decide they don't want to have kids.
But
it's not a must.
There's a big number. Also, like people who've come to the podcast, especially women, and most of them have said, like, I don't think I want children. I don't think. And so now it's me trying to convince them.
But I understand because Pia, like most women when they give birth, kind of like mtoto anakuwa ni kama ni wako. Even there's a lot of single mothers in marriages.
That's true.
Like you're married but like you're a single mother. Like ain't nobody want to go through that.
Okay, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. But then how about just picking maybe a right partner?
But like, okay, sawa, you can pick a right partner, but you can never control somebody's action. What if somebody decides to flip on you years later? Then what do you do?
Get another one. You've done that with a relationship.
Yeah,
right?
I have, but like you have kids with them.
Oh, okay, okay.
That's what I'm talking about.
Especially with kids, you don't just
exactly.
replace. True.
Exactly.
Yeah. I'm just hoping, like, maybe, I don't know, that will be hoping for a miracle, that things start changing, because the relationship dynamics right now have become so hard. Even the people that you thought were a good example, you just see them, it's not working out.
Yeah. I think we're in a generation where like people are gonna have to learn how to be alone.
No, that's but
unless or like do the extreme work, which a lot of people don't like doing work.
Or we go back to where women obey.
No.
Love, obey, and respect them.
Actually, if it comes to that, I would rather say everybody to be single.
Die alone.
Everybody to just die alone. Nah. People can just go. If you want to have kids, just go pay for a donor or something and just like have your kids and umle. And like bring up a better generation.
But let's hope for the best though. Me, I think in my position, I'd want to do like things the right way.
But the right way includes like changing your child's diaper.
Yeah, okay, now here's the thing. That's why I'm saying, like, since I'll have a lot of free time, I'll keep an open mind to that. I don't want to be, because like those old school dads, like, ati umesema nini? No, let me keep an open mind, but I don't want that to be my duty. See,
what do you mean? That's a parent's duty. It's not a mother's duty. I know,
but I'm just saying, like, I would want to have that discussion and tell wifey, listen, let me just take care of. And I think that's what partnership is all about. Yeah. No. If you can negotiate with your partner and tell them, like, yo, listen, let me handle this and make sure all this is on point for you. Like, what can I do that I know I'm good at, and make sure, like, you'll never have to even just turn your neck if you to strain a bit doing that. And what do you think you can do for me? And then we just have that discussion. I want to be able to give like 200% of what I'm good at and them to do like Nini. But if that entails me once in a while doing that, no. Listen, once in a while, because like now I wouldn't also want to be like the person who's asking my wife to pay like half of the bills. I don't want that.
What if you get a wife who has a bunch of money?
That's impossible.
What do you mean it's impossible?
Okay, listen.
Like
the chances of that happening.
So you're subconsciously looking for a babe who doesn't have money.
No. Let me tell you. It's just what I'm saying with the knowledge of money that I know right now. Even if I had a partner who had more money than me, I would I would overtake them in the amount when it comes to wealth, because already whatever they have, I can multiply it 2 times 20 or 40.
In terms of what?
Financial literacy. I'm really good at it.
And that's okay, sikatai, but like umepata somebody
right now in Kenya.
Wow. There are women out here with money.
Let me show you my last post today. I hope I have money.
I think that's a bit misogynistic for you to say that.
It's not.
Is this the owner copyright then?
Oh yeah, hopefully not. But I'm just saying,
because money is not supposed to be something that I know money does come with power in a societal level, but on a personal level, it's not supposed to be something that makes somebody be kind of like, I can solve things with money, because not everything you can solve with money, and that's what it is when it comes to partnership. Like somebody might say like, okay, you know what, you do the house stuff, take care of the kids, I'll do all the bills. That's unfair. You're doing actually half the amount of work, because all you need to do is go work and bring in the money. The wife has to clean, take care of the kids, unless you have like
help.
if you have help, that's different. But when it comes to also most women carry the emotional load of relationships. True. The emotional labor, and that's not good partnership because you're both supposed to. That's why I don't like the alpha male content and the feminine whatever content.
But you're feminist.
What does that have to do with that?
It means suppressing men to...
No, that's not what feminists do. You guys don't even understand what feminism is about.
What is it about? What is it about? Tell me.
You guys, you like hating on feminists.
We're not. I don't even understand the definition by the...
Feminism is about. Feminism is not there to...
Help us understand, at least even with the audience, at least.
Oh my gosh. Feminism is not about putting down the boy child.
It is though.
It's not.
Okay,
that's not what feminism
tell me what it's about.
Feminism is a movement that deals with equity and equality of both genders. It didn't, and most of the time when feminism started, it started to empower women. And as feminism grew, it became a movement for equity and equality of both genders. It's just that most of inequality was on women.
Okay.
That's why most of the pressure was on that. But that's not what feminism is just about. So feminism, it's not about bringing down the boy child. It's because maybe you get called out and you feel like people are shitting on you. That's not what feminism is about.
But when we talk about equality, are we talking about like even equity women taking care of equity and inequality? Equity and equality.
Okay. Equity is whereby like you look at things, who needs what more. And equality, I would say like making sure like there is, first you have to have equity for you to have equality. I think I'm correct on that. Because equity in Angalia, which side suffers more? Yeah. Like, and in history, women have been more, in most areas, not all areas, but in most areas, women have been discriminated, exploited. Okay, yeah, I see that as well. Exactly. Now, Nona, if we touched on the topic of emotional security, then we can talk about men. Let's talk about men getting in touch with their emotions, having access to therapy, being allowed to express their emotions. That's for weak men. You see? That's harmful. You can't protect and provide harmful for your family if you're... That's so harmful. No, listen, you can't... Listen, you can't protect and provide for your family if you are busy taking therapy and eating and listening to yourself and playing those to ninis. Actually taking therapy is going to help you to even be a better partner. Your partner is going to actually appreciate you more. Because that means you're dealing with your triggers. But you're dealing with your traumas. You're dealing with your own insecurities. Which is something that men don't do but I've said, most of the time. I can keep an open mind. That's the thing about me. I can keep an open mind to a lot of things. But do you agree that also like now, are you saying that women and men, even when it comes to bills, they should go 50-50? When it comes to bills, because equality means that, right? We can't just nyanyasa the guy to pay the whole... Nobody is nyanyasing the guy to like pay everything. That's why we go 50-50. That's why I said, if like you decide to do that 50-50 with your partner and you have sat down, first of all, everything kila mtu atafanya relationship yake venye anataka, venye umekaa chini and you've talked with your partner how you guys want to do it. Yeah. But when I'm talking about being actual partners and equals in a relationship, it runs in everything. That's why I asked you. Yeah, that's why I asked you. So a woman should pay half? I didn't say she should, because if you're not a good partner, because are you going to do the things? You said, I'm going to think, once in a while I'm going to change a diaper. Once in a while I'm going to clean. No, I'm taking care of all the bills, first of all. But can't I just be exempted from diapers, surely? Nah. Even after paying the bills? You're a parent. Okay, then wife. You are a parent. Then let's say you have 50? A wife who also does work and bring in the money. Are you still gonna say? I find that difficult to nini. Why? Because it's threatening your insecurity. No. Which is okay. Everybody has insecurity. No. I will not agree to that, first of all. Because there is this thing about like a woman's money is her money, and
My money is mine and her money.
Like,
That's how.
but
That's
that
just how it
doesn't
is.
have to be the dynamic with your relationship with your partner.
Think about it in general. Even like pick any family. Which family would you say like the wife is bringing in atinini?
That's why things are changing.
The wife is supporting.
That's why things are changing.
No woman will take a guy seriously who can provide.
Better
than the way she can provide. I don't think that he'll be taken serious. Even her friends will be laughing at her husband.
As in, I'm not telling people to date people who are not like also.
Guys who can't provide.
Who like, cause like I'm not telling people to date people who somebody who has zero, but like honestly, have you seen dynamics where like they are stay-home dads and like women work?
No, I can't take you seriously. He's changing diapers, feeding,
but like what?
Picking chapos, and then the wife is in.
Is that a bad thing?
Picture Kwanzaa like a guy making chapos.
Like let's say you don't even have kids. Yeah. Isn't that such a nice thing to do for your partner?
Making chapos, no?
Yeah. Oh
I actually cook by the don't get me wrong, like I cook.
Like but you guys have feminized certain things. Yeah. Like this is why it goes down to men not
we'll
saying
call it
women
umama. Like baking chapos
and why umama
the
offensive?
The thing
is
about
being a woman wrong?
No.
Why is umama?
Nice.
But why is umama used as an offensive term?
Soft.
Why is that offensive?
Because guys have to be strong. Listen, we had
it's not like that.
Do you remember during Mandamano? How many women cops did you see in the front line?
But like I feel like that is.
You know why? Because that's how we protect our women.
Oh my gosh.
You don't put them in the line of fire. And Ukraine invasion war. And people, it still comes down to the things like when shit hits the fan, you still need men to come into terms and act like men to be strong and protect the society.
But we're not.
You can't say women.
Kama men didn't exist.
Yeah.
Kama men didn't exist. You think women wouldn't do that?
They can't.
What do you mean they can't?
They'll kill each other. They'll just kill it just for the fun of it.
And no.
Just because.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
You guys still need us to be there.
You guys need
for the
to
balance.
do a lot of therapy. Exactly. You see, the genders are supposed to balance each other.
Yeah.
Balance each other.
Yeah.
That's why if as a man you're just literally all day, every day, I'm an alpha man. I'm masculine.
You don't have to say alpha because a guy just take care of your duties.
You're supposed to be a sigma.
What's that now?
Go and look it up.
Oh, you'll give me a term and then I say yes and then Nikingiavo online. And you see, you even said yes. I don't even know what you said.
And everybody is supposed to be a sigma.
Does that mean neutral?
Yeah. Meaning that you're able to like you balance.
That you can tap into your femininity
and in your masculinity too. But like you guys, when you hear femininity, do you think you need to like apply lipstick?
Of course.
That's not what femininity is.
Soft and cry on your shoulder after a long hard day. Let me ask you.
Who said crying is feminine? It's a human emotion.
I think we can both agree it's feminine.
No, it's a human emotion.
I cry maybe when I'm in extreme pain. I've cut myself. It's a deep cut.
No.
But otherwise,
it's very
I shouldn't be
very
seen.
Healthy. Do you know crying is a form of releasing and regulating your body?
Now you're just exaggerating things.
Look it up.
Eating greens is healthy. Eating fruits is healthy.
See, this is why I'm so happy I'm not a straight woman.
Because you have to deal with this.
Yeah, this is why I'm happy. I'm happy I'm not a straight woman.
No, but I understand. And also, we also have to understand that we can also agree to disagree. But the most important thing is having the conversation. Because now I've learned a few things from you. You've learned a few things from me. And we have to definitely save everything else for part 2.
Okay.
And you see, look.
3 hours.
Are we competing with the whole Hollywood movie when someone is watching this episode?
I know.
Jeez. Okay, but I think it's also like just why I like inviting people, is like just having different perspectives. So anything that I say, you also have to understand.
You would be so happy if you just allowed yourself to do the work.
I'm not crying on someone's
and like
shoulder.
Just allow yourself to be a human being.
Would you take a guy seriously if he came to you and cried on your shoulder?
Yeah.
You see, you've already said
no, like I'm thinking because I don't date men, so I'm like,
No,
which
but-
scenario would that
but
be?
maybe even
But
in
like,
the past, if you just came and cried on your
Yeah.
shoulder, you would respect him.
yeah.
Would you obey him?
I obey nani na obey. Please obey your mother and your father. Not please.
No, that I'm just pushing your buttons.
Hey,
Relax,
yeah,
first
yeah,
of
yeah,
all.
yeah.
Anytime
Obey.
you hear obey, you're like, okay, no, listen. Now we
Respect
definitely
each other, fine.
we definitely have to wrap it up now because I think we've done like a really
We
awesome
should.
episode, and we haven't
I
even
feel
talked.
like-
we haven't even talked about a lot of things.
I know we barely talked about. I know.
Okay, so now, but just as we're finalizing,
Mm-hmm.
if you're to give, because like your YouTube is really good, and it's
you.
actually like just pushing people to see things differently,
Mm-hmm.
encouraging people to just start from where they are with what they have,
Mm-hmm.
and you're a living example. So